Well, shoot, I didn't know I was going to get man of the year. So good morning. If we haven't had the chance to meet yet, I'm Nick. I work down at City Hall as a city councilman. I work with a lot of politicians, and people ask me all the time what it's like to be in politics, and I don't know because I don't do politics stuff. Just like all of you who served in the military, like you were a government employee, you worked in government. You worked on the part that turns big stuff into small stuff and like breaks people's things and makes them cry, and I get that. I did that too, and I enjoy it. This is just a different part of government. So why did I decide to do this? Well, a lot of the same reason I joined the Marine Corps. Because I'm a masochist and I can't just shut my mouth and do something that's easy for once, right? But specifically, I was born and raised here, as was mentioned. I moved home. I realized that the Fresno City Council had one veteran on the council. There was one elected veteran in the city of Fresno, period. And he was terming out. He was leaving. And he represented the district where I grew up, where I learned how to ride a bike, where I lost my first tooth, where I met my wife. So I had two choices, really. We kind of all have two choices, right? I could complain about the situation I was in. I could shake my fist and just moan and groan that no one was there to stand up or be a voice for the 20,000 vets that we have in the city. Or I could shut up and do the hard thing and do something about it. So we did. I didn't know anything about running an election. I never ran for like treasurer in high school. I didn't have any experience with it. But I had feet that worked. I got boots, I got tennis shoes. I got a fiance who loved me for some reason and was willing to kind of be a ride or die and manage my campaign from our couch. And I had family and friends. So no money, no fancy endorsements, no high paid staff. And that's what everybody told me that it would take to win in an election. Well, if they were right, we wouldn't be here today. So obviously they were wrong. What it took was three things. And these are the three things that I knew I could control. And these are the three things that not only did I run the campaign by, but this is the way I run my office too. There's only three things I have control over. And these are the things I was going to make sure I did to excellence, right? Brilliance at the basics, we've all heard that. But three things are easy. One, always show up for the conversation. Didn't matter who invited me. If it was somebody I liked, somebody I didn't like, somebody I disagreed with, someone I've never met before, something real big and fancy, or just three people behind the Arby's, I would always show up for the conversation. Because I wanted to work for them, right? Veterans, we don't work for ourselves, right? We serve the Constitution that provides a backbone for this country, right? The second thing is I was always going to tell them the truth. We're my Marines. I see a few, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of scary things in life, but the truth is not one of them. All right, you want someone who's going to look you in the face and tell you the truth, even though it might make you upset, or you may not like it, or it may be ugly or complicated or whatever else. Doesn't matter. People deserve the truth. They're putting you in a job where you're going to be with other politicians. What's going to make you different from a politician? Well, you tell the truth. That's kind of a big one, right? And the third thing was no one was going to outwork me. Didn't think I was going to be smarter than any of them. Didn't think I was going to be richer than any of them. Definitely didn't have more experience. But if we lost the race for some other reason, that was going to be fine. But I was not willing to lose because I got outworked. So that's what we did. Okay, so we won, we got here in January. Nick, what have you been doing since for veterans, right? Talk about veterans, what are you actually doing for them? Well, a bunch of stuff. Small things sometimes, like in June, we got money raised, donated a bunch of money, and got flags donated. Then we went around the entire city. We had uniformed military, like all of our brothers and sisters, our little brothers and sisters, who are still wearing the uniform, to go around to the city and for free replace people's American flags. That way on 4th of July, they had a brand new, bright red, white, and blue flag with a pole so we could take and retire the old ones. Right? Building that relationship between the military and the populace who pays our bills. Sometimes it's slightly bigger things, like identifying veteran-owned businesses in the city or businesses that offer veteran discounts. Coming up with a brochure, not just Veterans Day. We've all seen the Veterans Day pages, right? Hey, Denny's will give you half off an appetizer. Chili's will give you a second margarita for free and a third if you can pay for your own bail, right? We've all seen the discounts on veterans, but what about the other 364 days a year? So we came up with a brochure that doesn't matter if you want a taco or a pair of shoes or a beer or a back massage, you can find a place in just my little corner of Fresno, 1/7 of the city, that'll give you a discount. It shows you exactly what the discount is. Did the same thing for Veterans Day downtown. Why not? Why not help the business? Why not help the veteran? In addition to that, we got stickers to go on the businesses. So you're walking around, You have a big nice gold or silver sticker that'll tell you, hey, we're friendly to you. We like you. Come in here, let us take care of you the way you've taken care of us. And sometimes it's even bigger stuff, right? We got state legislation changes. I'm a city councilman. I can't even change things in the county. But we somehow got state legislation changes here because I realized while I was in Africa this past year, in the Sahara doing God's work, that I was not able in the state of California to remotely participate or vote on my elected body because I was at drill. Wouldn't let me do it. If I couldn't get a ride, I could phone in remotely. If I couldn't find childcare, that's fine. State of California would not let reservists or National Guardsmen, while you're on duty, remotely participate, whether it's school board or you're on a state center community college or mosquito abatement district or city council or whatever. You cannot serve in your capacity and vote on your elected body. Well, that's BS. So we got the state law changed, and starting 2026, you will now, if you're a reservist or National Guardsman, be able to do that and simultaneously serve your community as an elected official, which never existed before. I think it's kind of cool, right? Another step in the right direction. We got 17, and as of 2 weeks ago, our 18th veteran off the streets into transitional housing, and 14 of them are now in permanent housing, in full-time occupational care, educational training, whatever they need. Hey, we're stubborn, right? Sometimes you need a little tough love. You need someone to grab your hand, point you in the right direction, and kind of kick your butt in the door. Yeah. Well, that's what we're doing. And finally, doing things like the SERVE Act. The SERVE Act we just founded this year, right? We just wrote it. It's a small enterprise relief for veteran entrepreneurs. It removes all business license fees, removes all business permit fees, and gives tax relief for any veteran who wants to open a business in the city of Fresno. Not take their business to Madera or Bakersfield, but bring it right here because Fresno needs to be a place, not only that it's cool to be from, but that it's cool to move to. I want this to be a place, an incubator. I want to bring my business there. I want to raise my family there. I want to start something there. That's what I want this city to be. I want us to be a bright light on the map that veterans across the country know, hey, Fresno doesn't mess around. You go there, you're going to get taken care of, and you're going to join a community that loves you. So at the end of my term, if I can just accomplish that and make Fresno have that reputation, that's a victory for me. So thanks for having me. I'm Nick.